What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Trend or Trap, presented by TrendsCenter. It is Tuesday, March 31st, 2026, and this is the show where I take some of the most profitable systems and trends inside the TrendsCenter app and decide one thing. Are they actually legit, or are they setting you up to lose? We've got a great slate across the NHL, MLB, and NBA today. Three really sharp spots where the data is screaming one thing, but the matchups may be telling a completely different story. It is my job to debate these and let you know what I think. Let's get right into it. This is Trend or Trap. Debate number one, the Devils at the Rangers in NHL action tonight, and here is the trend. Per TrendsCenter, since February 5th of 2025, the under has gone 16-2. That's 88.89% for 13.8 units in profit, 69.7% ROI in Rangers home games that start after 7 o'clock Eastern, after New York won their last game. I'm going to say that this is a trap, and I'm going to go with the over in this spot. The Rangers offense is absolutely rolling right now. This has been a terrible season for them, but they just won 2 straight. They scored at least 3 goals in 3 straight games. Since March 2nd, they put up 55 goals. That's second most in the entire NHL, and it's not just volume, it's efficiency. They've ranked top 3 in face-off win rate, elite on the power play. They've scored a power play goal in 11 of their last 16 games. When you're winning puck possession, capitalizing with the man advantage, that leads to scoring fast. Now flip to the Devils. Same story here on their end. They're 9-4 in their last 13 and averaging 4.3 goals per game in that stretch. It's a massive number. Getting Jack and Luke Hughes back has completely changed this offense. We've already seen what that looks like against this exact Rangers team. These teams have played twice this season, 6-3. and 6-3. Those are the final scores. 6-3 and 6-3. That's not a coincidence. Jack Hughes alone has 4 goals and 7 points in those 2 games. Historically, he's crushed the Rangers, scoring 20 goals for 35 points in just 25 games. So if you're looking at props on a day like today, his overs make a ton of sense as well. But let's get back to the trend here. The trend says under, but everything happening on the ice right now says goals. And 2 offenses are in rhythm, elite special teams, recent head-to-heads flying over this number. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going to say Rangers Devils over 6.5 goals is the play. And this trend, I think, is a trap. Let's go to debate number 2. It is the Rangers at the Orioles in MLB action. And now they haven't officially listed a starter for the Rangers, but all signs are pointing to Jacob deGrom getting the baseball. And if that's the case, you're getting one of the best pitchers in baseball when he's healthy. He was scratched in his presumed opening day start over the weekend due to some neck soreness, but all went well in his bullpen session yesterday, and I think that he should be ready to go tonight. He had a 2.97 ERA last season, absolutely owned Baltimore in his career, 5-0 with a 1.34 ERA over 5 starts. Even more important, this Orioles offense has not looked good to start the season. Through 4 games, they've scored just 13 total runs. 8 of those came in 1 game as well. The other 3, 2 runs or fewer each time. That's a red flag. And the swing and miss is even a bigger issue here. 40 strikeouts, 98 whiffs already. That's the kind of approach against a pitcher like deGrom that is a recipe for disaster on the offensive end. On the other side, Zach Eflin is going to get the ball for Baltimore. He struggled last season, yes, but he had some back issues that were really hampering him. He's all healthy. He had a strong spring. That's usually a good sign coming out of the gates here. When you put it all together, a dominant under trend, a potentially elite arm on the mound in deGrom, an Orioles lineup that is struggling with contact, and a capable starter on the other side, that sets up exactly how the trend suggests. I'm going to say that the under 8.5 runs is the play, and that this one looks like a trend worth trusting. Finally, for debate number 3, Raptors at Pistons. This is another really strong trend here. Per TrendsCenter, since December 3rd of 2024, The Raptors have gone 18-1-1 against the spread. That's 94.74% for plus 16.9 units and a 76.82% ROI as an underdog with more than a day of rest, with a total of 240 or less when playing against an opponent they beat in their last matchup. That's the kind of number that's going to pull people in, that 18-1-1 against the spread. But this is exactly, I think, where you have to zoom out a tiny bit here and have a little bit of caution. Toronto is coming off a 52-point win over the Magic last time out. Yes, a 52-point win. That's a peak performance that probably would never happen if they played 100 more times. Historically, teams coming off that kind of emotional and statistical high tend to regress hard in their next game. I used TrendsCenter to look this up, and over the last 11 years, teams that have recorded a 50-plus point win have only gone 20-12 straight up in their next game. So 12 out of 32 times, those teams lost their next game outright, and they've been around 500 covering the spread in their next game as well. Now you got to also add in some uncertainty with the roster. For the Raptors, Emmanuel Quickley is out, Brandon Ingram's questionable, Colin Murray-Boyles is questionable, RJ Barrett is probable, but he's not 100%. That's a lot of moving pieces for a team you're being asked to trust on the road. Now let's flip to Detroit. Yes, Cade Cunningham with his lung issue is still out. That's the big headline here, but however, you need to look a little bit deeper. Last game, Jalen Duren, Tobias Harris, Duncan Robinson, Asar Thompson all sat out the front half of a back-to-back yesterday against the Thunder. Without them, the Detroit Pistons took the Thunder to overtime as a 14-point dog. So even without all those aforementioned guys, this team brought the Thunder, the best team in the league, to overtime and nearly outright beat them. Which was pretty crazy. That tells you all you need to know about the effort level and the buy-in from this team right now. And I expect all of those guys to be back, Duren, Harris, Robinson, and Thompson, for this game here. Let's not forget about that last meeting, which is part of the trend. Toronto won by 11, yes, but that game was a little bit misleading. The Raptors made 7 more free throws than the Pistons. They out-rebounded the Pistons by 9. Asar Thompson and Duncan Robinson combined for just 5 points on 2 for 10 shooting. That's probably all not going to happen again. So now you've got a Raptors team off that emotional peak. You got key injury uncertainty. You got a Pistons team fighting hard, possibly getting all those reinforcements back, with the exception of Cade. And a misleading prior result, in my opinion. This is the definition of a spot where the trend looks a little bit too good to be true. I'm going to say that it's a trap, and I'm going to go with the Pistons minus 3.5 to cover at home. All right, those are my 3 plays for today. One is worth backing. One of those trends is worth backing. And I think there's 2 spots where you need to maybe have a little bit of caution here. If you want access to all trends, systems, and matchup data, make sure you check out the TrendsCenter app. That's where you can find everything I'm using to break these down daily. And remember, I told you I looked something up on the TrendsCenter app. You can create all of your own trends and systems. That's one of the biggest values that we have on our product. If you enjoyed this format, make sure you're subscribed, because we're dropping Trend Trap episodes all season long, Monday through Friday. Good luck with your bets tonight, and remember, not every single trend is your friend. However, TrendsCenter is your friend. Enter code FINAL4, FINAL, and the number 4, now for access to NBA, NHL, MLB, and college basketball trends and systems at 50% off your first month. Download or open the app right now to take advantage of that special offer. Again, code FINAL4, FINAL, with the number 4 will get you 50% off that first month. Good luck, everybody, tonight, and I will catch you right back here tomorrow for another episode of Trend or Trap.